Indonesia's economy is one of the most dynamic and rapidly growing in the world, positioning the country as a potential future superpower. As Southeast Asia's largest economy, Indonesia has demonstrated impressive economic resilience and growth, driven by a combination of natural resource wealth, a large and young population, strategic geographic location, and an emerging digital economy. When compared with other ASEAN countries, Indonesia's unique combination of strengths sets it apart as a formidable contender on the global stage. Economic growth and stability. Indonesia has maintained steady economic growth over the past few decades, averaging around 5 to 6% annually. This growth trajectory is particularly notable when compared to other ASEAN countries such as Thailand and Malaysia, whose growth rates have been more variable due to political instability and economic transitions. Even during global economic downturns such as the 2008 financial crisis and the COVID-19 pandemic, Indonesia's economy has shown remarkable resilience. The country has quickly rebounded, with GDP growth expected to continue at a robust pace, outstripping many of its regional peers. This consistent growth, coupled with a large domestic market, gives Indonesia a significant economic edge in Southeast Asia. Natural resource wealth. Indonesia is endowed with an abundance of natural resources, making it one of the most resource-rich countries in the world. The country is the largest producer of palm oil globally, and a leading exporter of coal, natural gas, and a variety of minerals including nickel, copper, tin, and bauxite. This resource wealth has not only been a cornerstone of Indonesia's economic growth, but also a key driver of its trade relationships with major global economies like China, Japan, and India. In contrast, while Malaysia is also a major palm oil producer and Thailand has a significant agricultural sector, neither country matches the diversity and scale of Indonesia's natural resource base. Vietnam, though rich in coal and other minerals, is still developing the infrastructure needed to fully exploit its resources. Indonesia's ability to leverage its vast natural wealth for economic development places it in a unique position within ASEAN. Strategic geographic location. Indonesia's strategic location at the crossroads of major global trade routes, including the Strait of Malacca, one of the busiest shipping lanes in the world, gives it significant strategic importance. This geographic advantage allows Indonesia to serve as a critical hub for international trade between the Pacific and Indian Oceans. The country's archipelagic nature, with over 17,000 islands, extends its influence across a wide maritime area, further enhancing its strategic value. While Singapore has historically capitalized on its strategic location to become a global trade hub, its reliance on external trade and limited natural resources make it more vulnerable to global economic shifts. Malaysia and Thailand also benefit from strategic locations, but are more limited in scope compared to Indonesia. Indonesia's vast geographic spread, combined with its economic size, makes it a central player in regional and global trade networks. Large and young population. With a population of over 270 million people, Indonesia is the fourth most populous country in the world and the largest in ASEAN. More than half of its population is under the age of 30, providing a vast and youthful labor force. This demographic advantage is crucial for sustaining long-term economic growth, as a young population is more adaptable to new technologies and can drive innovation. In comparison, Thailand faces significant demographic challenges, including an aging population that could constrain future growth. Malaysia, with a smaller population of around 33 million, lacks the scale necessary to compete with Indonesia on a regional level. While Vietnam has a similarly youthful population, its overall size and economic base are smaller, limiting its influence compared to Indonesia. The expanding middle class in Indonesia also fuels domestic consumption, creating a robust internal market that supports economic stability and growth. Emerging digital economy. Indonesia is rapidly embracing digital transformation, making it one of the fastest-growing digital economies in the world. The country has seen significant growth in its e-commerce, fintech, and digital services sectors. Companies like Gojek and Tokopedia have become major players in the region, driving innovation and attracting global investment. While Singapore leads in digital infrastructure and innovation due to its advanced economy and high-tech capabilities, Indonesia's large population and growing internet penetration provide it with a substantial market advantage. Malaysia and Thailand have made strides in digitalization, but they do not match Indonesia's scale or growth potential. Vietnam, with its vibrant tech startup scene, is a strong competitor, but Indonesia's larger economy and consumer base give it a distinct edge in the digital realm. Infrastructure development. To support its growing economy, Indonesia has embarked on an ambitious infrastructure development agenda. The government's focus on improving transportation networks, including roads, ports, and airports, aims to enhance connectivity across the vast archipelago. Major projects like the Trans-Java Toll Road, the Jakarta-Bandung High-Speed Railway, and the development of the new capital city Nusantara are set to boost economic activities and attract investment. In comparison, Malaysia and Thailand have also invested heavily in infrastructure, but the scale and complexity of Indonesia's projects are unmatched in the region. Vietnam is rapidly developing its infrastructure to support its industrialization efforts, but it still lags behind Indonesia in terms of scale and investment. Indonesia's comprehensive infrastructure initiatives are crucial for sustaining its economic growth and enhancing its role as a regional hub. Economic reforms and investment climate. Indonesia has undertaken significant economic reforms to improve its business environment and attract foreign investment. The government's efforts to streamline regulations, reduce bureaucratic red tape, and implement pro-business policies have made Indonesia a more attractive destination for investors. The introduction of the Omnibus Law on job creation in 2020 is a key example of these reforms, aimed at boosting investment, creating jobs, and enhancing competitiveness. While Thailand and Malaysia have also pursued economic reforms, Indonesia's scale of regulatory overhaul is more extensive. Vietnam's efforts to attract manufacturing investment, particularly as companies diversify from China, have been successful. But Indonesia's larger market and ongoing reforms present a more comprehensive opportunity for long-term investment. Indonesia's commitment to improving its investment climate is a critical factor in its economic trajectory and its potential to become a superpower. Manufacturing and industrialization. Indonesia is increasingly positioning itself as a manufacturing hub, particularly in sectors like automotive, electronics, and textiles. The government has identified industrialization as a priority, promoting the development of special economic zones, SEZ, and industrial estates to attract manufacturing investment. Vietnam has emerged as a major manufacturing center in ASEAN, particularly for electronics and textiles, attracting significant foreign direct investment. However, Indonesia's larger domestic market, coupled with its strategic location and labor cost advantages, makes it an equally attractive destination for multinational companies looking to diversify their supply chains. Malaysia and Thailand have established manufacturing sectors, but they do not offer the same scale or potential for growth as Indonesia. Energy transition and green economy. Indonesia is also making strides towards energy transition and a green economy. As a country heavily dependent on fossil fuels, Indonesia is now investing in renewable energy sources such as geothermal, solar, and hydropower. The government's commitment to reducing carbon emissions and achieving net zero targets by 2060 aligns with global trends toward sustainability. While Singapore is a leader in green finance and Malaysia has made progress in palm oil sustainability, Indonesia's vast natural resources and commitment to energy transition give it a significant advantage in the green economy. Vietnam, with its focus on solar energy, is also making headway, but Indonesia's larger scale and diverse energy resources position it as a regional leader in this space. Challenges and opportunities. While Indonesia's economic prospects are bright, the country faces challenges that need to be addressed to fully realize its potential as a superpower. These include improving education and workforce skills, reducing income inequality, tackling corruption, and enhancing governance. However, these issues are not unique to Indonesia. Thailand and Malaysia also grapple with political instability and economic inequality, while Vietnam and the Philippines face challenges in improving governance and infrastructure. In the context of ASEAN, Indonesia's size, resource wealth, and strategic importance provide it with a unique opportunity to lead the region economically. While countries like Singapore excel in specific areas such as finance and technology, and Vietnam shows strong growth in manufacturing, Indonesia's comprehensive economic base and potential for future growth position it as the leading contender to emerge as a superpower within the region.